Hi guys, so we're back again. I came into town, so further down from where I was, and this is the pier. This is our marina. These are the boats. If you weren't already joined into my last live, good morning, Sunday morning in Kinsale, County Cork in Ireland. Bit of a chilly morning, as you can see. But it's really nice. So on our previous live, we were up here. So you can see where the town hall is kind of poking up the back there. That's where we were. And it's a nice quiet Sunday morning. We have all the shells down here. So as I explained in my live yesterday, the seagulls pick up all these mussels, cockles, clams, whatever they can get at. And they go up quite high. And they drop the shellfish down here, and then it's open and they can pick out all the tasty meat, and that's their breakfast, lunch and dinner. So yeah, this is my hometown. We get a lot of tourists, but at the moment we're in January, COVID times. It's quiet, which means I can talk to you guys, and people that walk past me, there's only a few, so they don't think I'm too crazy talking to myself. So as I said earlier, we are a tidal town, so the tide goes out and then 12 hours later it comes back. So you can see by the water level there, the discoloration, the tide would probably come up that far and then go back out. And yes, we have a nice mast here, which is a monument. I think it could be a monument to people that have lost their lives at sea. It's basically the mast of a big ship. These are some of the nice houses. A nice development down here next to Vista restaurant called Shearwater. Is Fishy open? Yeah, we have a beautiful restaurant here called Fishy. I don't know if it's opened. A lot of places take breaks over the January, February season, so I'd imagine it might be closed. You love stone houses. I love stone houses. In my last life I said, I love anything old. I love new stuff as well, obviously. Contemporary stuff. Oh, there we have our police, the Garda, doing their rounds, checking that everything is okay on a Sunday morning. With revellers out the night before, sometimes we get a lot of, messy bits around the town, but we have the local council workers that come around and they clean everything up, which is really good, and we've bins in place. So people in Ireland are normally generally good at getting rid of rubbish. We're a country of recycling nation, and we care a lot about our environment. So this is one of our... Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Someone asked me about if I like stone houses. Yeah. We have a lot of really old architecture in Kinsale. This is Acton's Hotel. It's quite old as well and has its original facade. Has a swimming pool here. I'm going to cross the road carefully and see what this monument says. I've been down here so many times, but when you live in a place you don't normally pay attention to the fine print. So let's have a look. Yes, it's Kinsale, the galleon mast. And Kinsale is quite famous for having a big battle Battle of 1601, where the Spanish Armada came, I think to fight the English, because, you know, the English were here for a long time, ruling Ireland. And yeah, so the history is explained here. So yeah, they had a big storm. If anyone has seen the movie Elizabeth with Kate Blanchett, it shows a little bit about when the Spanish Armada came to the waters. The storm really, you know, in that movie, it's great because it showed what it's like out at sea. And for anyone that goes out to sea, you know, it's totally different than what people from the land will just see looking out. It can be really dicey. Yes, the house by the Spinnaker over there. Apparently one of these houses sold for 4 million recently. That's what I heard. I don't know which one. Maybe it was that big yellow one, or I'm not too sure if it's this one in front of me. 4 million. That's Beverly Hills prices. Yeah, so actually it's this. This was erected for the seafarers who lost their lives at sea. And unfortunately, a lot of people have lost their lives at sea here. And of course, you can see this building here. I keep fogging up a little bit, sorry about that. It's really nice, reminds me of a New Orleans type building. It's Perryville House, the peachy colour, with the black metalwork around it. Really nice. And Kinsale is good. It restores a lot of his old buildings, and anyone into architecture would enjoy a trip down here, you know. Of course, we have some new buildings as well. You probably see the ones over here in Scilly area. And I think they're okay. They're not intrusive. They blend in. A lot of big windows to enjoy the views. When we have our summers here, it's really, really pretty. Watch I don't fall in. Okay, just to show you guys, not that I'm extremely brave or anything. It is a thimble full of water down there. You know, it's probably like 4 inches of water because the tide is out. And another thing that I like doing, I don't know if you can see from here now, there's a big scallop shell down there. And it's really fun. Anyone that lives near a river or near the sea, depending what country you're in, you get a lot of cool, really ancient bottles. I don't know, because we're quite historical country, as I said, you know, we had the Spanish Armada here. You get a lot of cool things washed up. Riches and antiques, and doesn't have to be things of monetary value, just things that are ancient and old. So if you're willing to get into the muddy riverbanks and have a look around, be warned though, if you have glass there, glass in some places will form sea glass. It'll be ground down by the ocean, but in the riverbank and the estuary, glass doesn't get ground down because it's not, it's more inland, so the waves don't have the same impact. So we've got a nice little swan down here. Yeah, the Asgard. Did the Asgard wash up? I remember the Asgard. Your life is freezing. You know what? I threw off my jacket because once you start walking around, it's actually not that cold, you know? And at Christmas time, we light up this mast. And last Christmas, our first year ever, all along the perimeter where you can see the wall around the harbour, we had it lit up with lights for Christmas, and it was lovely. And all these yachts and boats, fishing vessels, they put lights, different coloured lights up in their masts, so it's really nice. And when we have our St. Patrick's Day parade here, we have a Maritime Parade, so the boats are lit up, and over this side here, over near James Fort, we have loads of fireworks that go off, and it's lovely, it's really nice. And I think it goes off early enough as well, I think around 7:30, 8 o'clock on St. Patrick's Day in March. So guys, I didn't quite have the energy to walk all the ways around town to show you all the nice buildings. And plus, I think, even though it's Sunday morning and it's early, there's a lot of people out jogging and walking, so I don't want to be in people's way. I think the next Sunday morning I'll have to go out a little bit earlier to walk around the town. As I said, if I walk around in the middle of the day, people will be stopping me for chats, people I haven't seen for a while. So, yeah, look down here. These are all the mussels. This is like a little mussel bed. All the mussels that the seagulls would pick up and then drop on the ground to eat. And I'm going to cross the road again. Oh, I'll try safely cross the road here. So this is a nice hidden garden in here. Really nice garden. For inquisitive people to peek through and have a look. Oh, actually, I'll cross back over because I just saw something that I should be showing you. Try to show you as much nice artwork and sculptures and things like that. So, this is an image of the convent. We have a big convent in Kinsale. I'll have to show you that another day. Which used to be a school, which I did attend, run by nuns. Fun. Here we have probably a priest teaching a young boy in the school. And here is another building. I think it looks like a commercial hall, not too sure. Oh no, it's actually St. John's School, the original. So, I hope you enjoyed our little mini walk around Kinsale. If I get time, I'll try to do more. Someone's little canoe there. A lot of places are open. This is Vista Bar and Bistro. Nice art gallery. Kinsale is known for its art festival as well, so we have a lot of good artists in Kinsale. And if you ever visit Kinsale, it's always good to buy some artwork because you're supporting local artists, and you know, it's something unique to this part of the world. So actually there's one other thing I want to show you before I head out of town. And so this is our little port of Kinsale here. And they recently did, they put up a nice little bit of artwork here. So I'm going to show you. We have some fishermen there getting ready to go out to catch some fish or shellfish, depending. This is our yacht club. And you can see there our wildlife trail. We have otters, kingfishers, ducks, everything, egrets. And these red things are where they tie the boats to, bollards. We get a lot of grain ships that come in here. So we have a big crane that unloads the grain. And we have a mill here that mills the grain. So I'll try to get over here and show you this piece of artwork. I think it's really nice. It's what Kinsale was like in the olden days. For someone that asked me, is it Wales? No, this is Kinsale, County Cork in Ireland. And I'm glad you think it's Wales. Probably we look similar. I've been to Wales. So this is originally what the fishing town used to look like. And funny we mention Wales the country. We get a lot of whales the fish, the mammal fish. We've had whales washed up. They get lost probably in the current, and I've seen whales washed up here. We had a massive whale washed up west of here near Cumain Beach. I was going to show you the skeleton of that yesterday, but the weather got too bad. But we've had orca whales that have gone into Cork City and swam up the River Lee. They basically they get lost, whether they're pilot, whale, their signals get confused, and then they end up in an environment where they're not supposed to be. So we do our best to get them back out, but unfortunately some of them just they don't make it, or maybe they're sick and then they just come too close to the coast. So guys, I know some people have just joined. Show you this little restaurant here called Food You. We'll cross over, we'll have a little peek. I'm always saying I'm finishing up, and then I'm not actually finishing up. Look at these are pretty. Little squashes, little mini pumpkins. Nice ideas for recycling projects. Don't throw away your wellies. Stick some plants into them. And we have something cool here as well. And I thought this was a really cool idea. It's a bike repair station where anyone that loves cycling and has a little problem with their bike or whatever, anything with wheels, can come over, use a pump, inflate the tyres, all the different keys, screwdrivers, everything for bike repairs. We have something else cool. Oh yeah, we have the Trident Hotel here. People are probably enjoying their breakfast after staying the night. This I like. So it's a little water hydrant with a little face of a lion on it. So guys, I'd love to stay all day talking, but I do have things to do. Let's have a little look at this menu on the way. Irish lamb stew. No one makes Irish lamb stew like my mum. All Irish mums, they don't want their kids going out eating, in restaurants because they love cooking. The old mums anyway. I'm the generation of mums that let's go out, let's get takeaway, let's grab something, have some fun. Whereas my mum will be in all day lovingly making a meal that takes 3 hours to cook. And here we have again some of the fish that we have here. We have some nice bream, monkfish. Monkfish is very popular here. You'll see it on the menu. By our bridge in Kinsale, we get lovely takeaway fish and chips. So when I say eat out, it's really nice and healthy to eat out in Kinsale because you have fresh fish caught that morning, served to you for lunch, good prices. You can't go wrong. Pollock, mackerel. We get a lot of mullet here. I know the French eat the mullet. Irish don't really eat mullet. I think they're hard to catch. Flounder, yeah. Just trying to see what else. A lot of flatfish. We get John Jory and stuff as well. Turbot, things like that. That's all the fishing stuff. I said in my previous live that Kinsale is a great place for fishing. Line fishing, you can fish anywhere here. Like for example, if you came down here now, you see where this fishing boat is. when the tide is high, when the mackerel come in. Put your line out you go, and you'll catch a load of mackerel. Here we have little birdie. He's looking for his breakfast. I don't know what type of bird he is. I'm not a bird specialist, but he's happy out. Does it feel very remote or isolated living here? No, it doesn't. It feels lovely. It's perfect. Kinsale is very close to Cork City. Cork City is a small city, which is nice. I mean, you're seeing this now this morning and it looks quite empty. But during the summer months, Kinsale, as I said before, it's a tourist town. Kinsale gets packed full of people. Really busy. So me personally, I like this time when it's quiet. You know, I can walk around without having to bump into people or whatever. But no, it's not that remote. Kinsale is a busy town. There's rural areas around Kinsale that are more remote. Cork City is very close. Cork Airport is very close. And it's nice. It's nice. I used to live in London a long time ago. And coming from here, I did used to get very overwhelmed if I was on Oxford Street and it was really, really, really busy. And sometimes, so I lived in West London and I would decide, am I going to go into the city centre, into Oxford Street and, you know, Embankment and all that? Or will I go west of where I lived, which would have been Windsor, that area. And I loved Windsor Castle, where it's one of the Queen's main residence. And for some reason, and it probably sounds strange to people, but Windsor used to remind me of Ireland, of Kinsale. Maybe that's why the Brits took over Ireland. It reminded them of home, I don't know. But for me, I loved Windsor, and when I used to go there, probably because Windsor is like a small little town as well, very ancient, very upper crust, pretty, and of course it has the river there and everything else. So that used to remind me a little bit of home when I lived in London. When it's overcrowded, the cool thing about Ireland is a small place, and everywhere you go in Ireland is different. So it's not like, you know, people say, oh my God, I need to plan a holiday here, or I need to plan a holiday there, I have to book flights, I have to book accommodation. Ireland is small, so you can wake up, like today I could have woke up this morning and said, will I go to West Cork on the border Kerry? Will I go to East Cork on the border Waterford? Any which place you go, and then you're having different landscapes, different places, and there's so many beautiful places around here. I have a big fondness for Kerry, for Killarney, the mountainous areas, and it's very different, you know, from the landscape here, but it's beautiful. I'm so lucky, you know, I haven't been abroad for a long time, and you know, sometimes I have to stop myself from saying, oh, poor me, because poor me isn't really poor me. I can get to go to the most beautiful places all within one day, come back at night and sleep in my own bed. If I want, I can stay over the night or whatever if I have more time. But really, Ireland is the coolest place to do day trips because everywhere is close, you know. And if you're more adventurous, you could even drive to Northern Ireland. And I have family members that love driving, and they've driven all around Ireland, and you know, it hasn't been a bother for them. It's been really enjoyable. And that's one place someone yesterday said, oh, where I live looks like Donegal. Donegal is the opposite end of the country. And I really would like to go up to Northern Ireland to the Giant's Causeway, which is something really beautiful to see. And being a Game of Thrones fan, I'd like to see the locations of filming of the series Game of Thrones. But Northern Ireland is the opposite end of the country, so it would take a little bit of planning to get there for me, but very doable. So guys, 10 minutes after I said I was going to log off, I will log off now. The weather seems to stay good. If I do get to go out anywhere day tripping today, whether it be west or east, we can't go south because we're already south. Anywhere more south of this, you're heading down to Portugal, France, Spain direction, out to sea. North of here then is North Cork, Tipperary. Tipperary is another beautiful place. The Rock of Cashel, we got to go there last year, really nice. And Adair in Limerick. Adair is beautiful. I know there was someone on here earlier said she loves stone buildings. Adair has beautiful thatched cottages, really pretty. Reminds me similar to what you would get in the Cotswolds in the UK. So that's another nice place. If anyone has visited here, if anyone's from here, just leave me a little message where you're from. It'd be interesting to know, you know, if you like what you see around here. Is it very different from where you're living? Okay guys, that's it. Slán from Ireland. Goodbye, Slán.